my favourite game is trying to persuade Tess that pineapple doesn't belong on a pizza. I don't like kissing my husband after he's had water. You know the mummy, when he opens his mouth? Yeah. That's what I want to stick my tongue in.
What's the name of your rabbit?
Cheese. No!
My guest this week is the Queen of Strictly, a traitor in the making, and a double NTA winner. It is, of course, Claudia Winkleman. Welcome to Spooning with Mark Wogan.
I'm very excited to be here. I don't even understand what it is, but we should say out loud that I've known you for 25 years, 26 years.
We have known each other since Burger King was a prince.
There you go. So if you ever ask me to do anything, I'll just turn up. And I've arrived here, very nice room, thank you very much. And there are things covered in napkins and I'm confused.
Well, we are in a different location to where we normally do it.
Yeah.
Which is, we are in the Mount Street restaurant in one of the private rooms. Just in case, you didn't arrive here blindfolded. You know exactly where you are.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah, and it's very lovely, and they've been very kind to us. And underneath all these napkins here are an array of foods that will challenge your perceptions as to what is delicious and what's not.
Let me flag this.
Yeah.
I am 51, so now I know what I like and what I don't like. I'm super old.
Fixed opinions are my job to break.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Okay.
And that is the whole purpose of this. There is no such thing as a bad ingredient, Claudia.
That's not true. I can list you 900.
Before we get into all the food,
Fine.
You know, as you have divulged, we have known each other an awfully long time. And in fact, we both sort of started out in TV at the same time.
Yes, we did.
My career ended and yours sort of flourished.
No, but your career got more exciting.
Well, no, I went back into restaurants.
Yeah, but you own the best pizza place in the whole world.
Well, that's very good of you to say. And I agree with you, obviously. But, you know, we sort of worked together.
Yeah, we did.
When we were children.
Babies.
By comparison to now. One of my enduring memories of our work together was when we were both working on This Morning together. And I don't know if you recall, we were sent to a circus.
I don't remember this.
You don't
what
remember?
were we doing?
We were sent to a circus to try out lots of circus acts, right? And I don't know if you recall, at one point we had to dress up as clowns.
Yeah, this is ringing a bell.
We were put in the clown caravan.
Yeah.
Where the smell was quite unbelievable.
Was it?
Of sort of soiled clown outfits.
Yeah, feet.
Yeah.
Very, very large
very big feet, that kind of thing. And we were put on high wires. I can't believe you don't remember. You see, you've had so much more of a career than me that this is nothing to you.
That's not true. It's because
into the past forever.
I'm 30 years older than you, so anything I've done, I literally can't remember. Do you know at the end of Strictly every year they go, can you put 5 names in a hat? Everybody, props boys, crew, everybody, just like, who would you like to see? It's not that official, but like, who would you like? Without a doubt. And I don't try and do this, I write down people who have already done it. I go, do you know who I'd love to see? Alicia Dixon. They go, you know, she won. She's amazing. I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Great. Do you have other fun games you play on Strictly? Because, I mean, obviously, having done it now for 900 years, it can be a bit maybe samey?
No, because the cast are different. No, but I hear you. No, my favourite game is trying to persuade Tess that pineapple doesn't belong on a pizza. So we always end every show us lying on her floor. I have to take out her contact lens because I love her and she only wears it for Strictly and she doesn't want to take it out.
What, she's only one eye works?
Only the one.
Okay.
Only the one. I only wear one too. It happens. Let's not pull on that string.
No, but knowing you as I do, you are essentially clinically blind.
Yeah, I'm minus 15. I've had operations.
When we first met, Claudia used to have a Rover car.
Yeah, I did.
And this car was extraordinary because there wasn't a panel on it that was undamaged.
I just like to kiss other cars. That's what I call it.
There was bits hanging off it.
Hanging off.
And being in that car with you was possibly the most terrifying thing ever because you cannot see your hand in front of your face.
No, you're right. But that's been operated.
How big are the letters on auto cue for
massive.
you?
That's why they just give me the scores are in. And that's 8 sheets of auto cue. Here we go. This rings a bell. Scores. Anyway, we always end up eating pizza in Tess's room and she loves pineapple on it. And I say, that's wrong.
Look, I have made pizzas in the past with pineapple on it. I think it has a place, but not your classic Hawaiian.
I don't like fruit in anything savoury. I won't have it.
Do you eat fruit at all?
I'm not interested in fruit. If you said to me, Claude, bad news, we've lost all the fruit, I'd be like, okay. I think I had a cherry that I quite enjoyed once, but that's it. But no, fruit's not my bag. I like a potato. Is avocado fruit?
Yes.
Well, then I love fruit because I'm mad for avocados.
What about a tomato?
No, thank you. I mean, I like it squished down, covered on ravioli or on one of your pizza bases. But otherwise, I'm never going to go, tomato salad.
Little cherry tomato for you?
No, thank you. I tell you what I don't approve of, and I don't know what's under this. I don't like cold food. I have no time for cold food.
Well, I mean...
and I don't like summer.
Depends how long we talk for, because it may end up cold.
Fine.
But you'll have to pretend
I
it's
like
hot.
very hot food. I like
If you
winter.
could just pretend it's hot when you eat it, that would be great.
Steaming.
Yeah. So, you started out as a travel writer, is that correct?
I don't really know when I started out, and I love the fact that I am going to have to try and remember. What I did is I went to university to study history of art.
Can we just say, you didn't go to university. You went to Cambridge.
Well, it is a university.
I mean, let's face it, you hide your massive intelligence really well.
No, I'm not intelligent. It was a fluke. Anyway, I go there and I think I want to go and work in a gallery. I last 3 days because nothing happens and they make me wear a court shoe. I don't know if you've ever seen a court shoe, but I was like, guys, this can't happen. And I was brought up in a noisy house of journalists, so I wanted noise. I went and worked as a fashion assistant, and that's then when I met you, because at weekends I'd go and work at Live TV.
Live TV. For those who were, born after maybe 1980, they won't know what Live TV was.
Well, it was a hodgepodge of madness. Nobody watched. At one point, I said, let's open the phone lines, and they cut to a shot of somebody at reception who was having a sleep, and nobody phoned. But it was very good practice. And I feel bad because lots of people say to me now, I'd like to be a TV presenter, where do I go? And I don't know. We had hours and hours and hours of live television.
You know what you do? You do a podcast.
Oh.
That's what we do now.
Here we go.
Those of us who don't actually have a career in media, we do a podcast.
Yeah, but I love podcasts.
And we call on our old mates just to come in and make us
say,
look
turn
good.
up.
Eat
something cold, pretend it's hot.
But let's face it, you had forgotten you were doing this. And if we hadn't had dinner last week, you wouldn't be here.
Well, but going back, I know I keep on mentioning 51, but I'm rubbish. And if it's not in my, what do you call it? Phone.
I think it's called a phone, yes.
Smart. If it's not in there, then I don't. I mean, it literally says pick up child every day. No, it doesn't. I remember to pick up him because then I can lick his eyebrows. But yes, it was good I saw you.
But I like to think I am responsible for lots of aspects of your life.
You are.
For example, because we presented TV together, you looked so much better and therefore went on to have a career.
No.
And then also, I introduced you to one of my oldest friends who then ended up being your husband.
I mean, the biggest
This is something we've actually never talked about publicly.
Ever.
Because whenever it sort of said they met through mutual friends, it was me.
Yeah.
All right?
It's you. We met 26 years ago.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Is it really that long
And then
ago?
I was too scared to be with him by himself. Not because he's scary, but just because I was like 25 and was like, this all feels... And I made
your wedding doesn't seem that long ago.
I can't remember my wedding because I had two sips of wine. I had to have a nap.
You had 2 sips of wine and fell asleep.
Yeah.
Because you don't really do alcohol.
I'm not. I try sometimes, but it's not really my thing.
I mean, I think I've seen you drunk twice.
Yeah.
In my whole life.
Yeah.
And it was very funny.
Yeah, but it's not
but
my...
It's not something
I'd always
you
prefer a
require.
Ribena.
Yeah, Ribena light.
Of course. I'm not ill.
Full sugar is not...
It's too much.
You love a bit of aspartame, don't you?
I
Something
can't
chemical.
get enough of it. Somebody just said, I had a really bad cold or something. They went, you need a Coca-Cola. When was the last time you had a full fat Coke?
Oh, I regularly have a full fat Coke.
It blew my mind. I was like on a hamster wheel for 17 days. Same with caffeine. I had a proper coffee once I was awake for 4 days.
Because your go-to coffee is instant.
I love instant. Do you remember something called, by the way, anybody who's under 70 won't understand, mellow birds.
Will make you smile.
don't think it was anything to do with coffee. It was just a coffee flavour powder. I only like instant.
No, it had no coffee in it at all.
No,
it was a
but
brown
super
powder that
tasty.
you poured hot water onto.
Yeah.
And it made a brown drink.
Heavenly. I also remember the automatic machines that were by Klix, Klix.
Ah, yes. Now
Heaven.
that wasn't coffee either.
But that's the most delicious thing I could ever drink.
But the modern equivalent of that is those machines in petrol stations, which you see people readily going and get coffee from.
Yeah.
And it's undrinkable.
Oh, I think I'd like it.
I'm a slight coffee snob.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a coffee bean is.
Well,
Do
I
you
mean,
grind
the
your
fact
beans?
Yeah,
Pardon?
no. I
It
remember,
wasn't a question.
I said to a friend of mine very excitedly, I've got a new bean-to-cup machine. To which he replied, if you ever say that statement to me again, we are no longer friends.
Correct.
But I'm very proud of my bean-to-cup machine. And
Good.
I
No,
have
listen.
the highest quality coffee in my house.
And how many coffees do you have a day?
I can't leave the house without at least 2 double espressos.
Stop, this is too much.
And then probably by about 12, I've had about 4 of those. But then I don't really drink coffee after 12.
No, okay.
Because then I won't feel
Then it'll mess with your
great.
sleep.
But then that's, but it's part of getting me through my whole one meal a day thing.
Yeah, when is this meal?
Usually in the evening, about 7 o'clock.
So have you eaten today?
No.
And will you eat this?
No, you're eating this.
Okay, but I'm scared what it is.
So, I mean, there are lots of things you talked about from your childhood.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of them is this here.
What is it?
Which is
lovely.
boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Right? So I've got some boiled eggs and soldiers for you here.
Okay.
Now, what is it? You mentioned
Is there something weird in here?
No,
there's not a trick.
Eggs and soldiers.
Okay, good.
Now, with that, I've also got, and I don't know whether you'd have that with it, but your favourite condiment, which is HP sauce.
Yes. I wouldn't have it with, but HP is the love of my life because it reminds me of my dad, who is also the love of my life, and a very overdone sausage, like a sausage to the point where you're like, oh, has that been in the oven for 4 days? Dipped in HP, heavenly.
Now, you see, my father, he liked to butter a sausage.
You're joking?
No.
You're joking?
No. So
hard butter or soft? Would you just dip it in?
No. It had to be hard, cold butter. So you just
Salted.
bite the tip off the sausage and then you butter the top of it and eat it like that. Because, I mean, obviously there's not enough fat in a sausage.
That sounds amazing.
But, I mean, being Irish, because I do count myself as Irish,
Cool.
it's not butter if you can't see your teeth in it.
And salted?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
Yeah, it was a stupid question.
What are the French
It was a
thinking
stupid
with
question, and I
unsalted?
apologise.
It's just basically grease.
Yeah, this is the dream, but not a soft egg because I cannot cope with albumin that is wobbly.
Here's a little spoon.
Okay.
Have yourself. Why don't you just pop the top off that one? And I think you'll find that one's done to your liking, madam.
Yes, it is.
So you like it hard boiled like that, but then you can't go. You've got no soldier action with that.
All right, this is going to blow your mind. This is what I do. This is how I make boiled egg and soldiers, but I think it's going to make you feel nauseous, but I would like you to be open-minded.
I always am.
Thank you. 2 slices, this is the perfect kind of toast. In the toaster, the second it comes out, you're not pausing, you are waiting. You butter it heavily. Then you slice it. Then you cut it into little squares. You're putting that in a bowl. Then you boiled eggs. Stay with me. It's called Dutch eggs or something. Then you
are married to a Dane.
Yeah.
So there's a.
And then Then you put. I mean, I am married, but I mean Dutch, Danish. And then you chop up a hard-boiled egg and you mix it all in. Do you want some? You can't eat because you're one meal a day.
That will throw out my whole eating regime.
Okay.
So
that's delicious.
Here's a spoon for the other one.
Oh my God.
Now just take the top off the other one.
I can already tell. I can already tell. What are you doing to me?
What is wrong with it?
I'll tell you exactly what's wrong with it. And everybody have a seat because I've got 2 hours on this. That is albumin.
Yes, that's the white stuff.
It needs to be set. If I open this and it's even a little bit, I'm going to use the word gelatinous. I'm going to say it's got movement. I'm going to say it's not cooked. The whole thing is just too...
How is that? Oh, that's not too bad.
This is heaven. Can I show?
Yeah, no. I mean...
This is fun. I think that's a 6-minute.
Annoyingly, one of those is supposed to be soft-boiled.
No, this
so
I
that
love.
we could discuss. And also, what's your thing with size of eggs?
I do not like a large egg. A large egg says to me, nobody's had a good time. There's been too much pressure. There's been a bit... Am I wrong? I'm correct. A large egg denotes stress. So I feel the same way about an A star. Just get an A. Just get an A. And you know what's an A? A medium Burford Brown.
I like a Burford Brown.
That's the only egg.
However, I had a horrific time on Sunday morning.
What happened?
So, Burford Browns are great eggs. There's no getting
They're the
away from
best.
the colour of the yolk is lovely.
I bet this is a Burford.
Although, yes, no, you can tell that's a Burford. But they are a delicate yolk. So if you're trying to do a fried egg, Sunday morning I had 2 teenagers,
Go on.
desperate for some breakfast, 2 fried eggs, some bacon, please, Dan. I'd even done a potato rosti.
Stop it.
Because that's
Christian,
what
you being
that's how
our dad.
That's
That's
how
how Sunday
Sundays
rolls.
go in my house. 7 eggs, the yolk split.
I don't want to be rude.
I did end up throwing the pan across the kitchen.
The room.
Yeah.
And the teenagers
Yeah,
were like,
teenagers
do you know what? We'll just have marmalade
well,
on
the one
toast.
who wasn't my teenager was looking and going, I don't see that sort of thing or that kind of language in my house.
I'm going to flag up the following. Now, you're a chef, so this is bold me saying it, but 26-year history. How are you cracking that egg? Because are you cracking it straight into the pan?
No, I always crack into a cup first.
Ramekin?
Yes. Cup or a ramekin first, one-handed.
Oh, well, now you're just showing off.
I can do both hands.
Don't be silly.
Of course I can.
I don't know, that sounds like a weird sex thing. The point is, I crack an egg with a certain amount of solemn gravitas. And I only crack it in. The thing about ramekins, quite a thick side. Let's not mess with that. A glass with a thin, almost pointy, you know, sort of...
Like an LSA, like this.
Like this.
Like an
I would crack an
LSA
egg.
crystal glass.
You get me some Burfords, I'm going to blow
By
your
the way,
mind
don't
with
touch
that.
that because that's water.
I'm not touching
You hate
it.
water.
It's disgusting.
What's wrong with water?
It's arrogant.
How is water arrogant? You see, I have a theory on water, right? I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, but that's just awful.
And the
I feel
reason,
sorry for your wife having to kiss that big wet mouth and the big
Well, no,
soggy tongue.
I have control over it going in and
I
out
don't
of my
like
mouth.
kissing my husband after he's had water. I like a parched, dry, an arid mouth, like a Mr. Burns mouth, like you know The Mummy? Did you watch The Mummy? When he opens his mouth,
Yeah.
that's what I want to stick my tongue in.
That's just extraordinary.
It's fact.
But I drink it because it's already boring, so you can't get bored of it. Because if you,
Well, hold on. If that's how we live our lives, this book's shit, but I know it's shit, so I might as well read it. This film's boring me, but you know what? I know it's boring, so
you
I'll
know the
continue.
rule on books.
No.
If it hasn't got you in 100 pages, throw it away.
Yeah,
Don't
of course.
persevere.
Same with a film.
Yeah.
If you're not loving
Walk
the
out.
film,
Walk out.
bye.
Yeah. So talk me through limes. You love limes. What's it with you and limes?
Okay.
And soy sauce.
Soy sauce is...
So we got some limes here and some soy sauce in a little dish.
receptacle. So soy sauce is the only thing that I actively miss. Like soy sauce is the flavour. If I don't have it,
What
let's
about
say
your
I'm
children or your husband?
No, in terms of food.
Okay.
Yeah. Never mind, Bear. I don't need to see you, but Christ, I'd like to go to Itsu. No. Soy sauce with rice, with avocado, with anything. If I've...
Are you a fan of a poke bowl?
Not really, because I don't like huge hunks of raw fish.
Yeah, I think poke bowls lazy sushi. I couldn't be
I
bothered
like
to make
sushi.
you sushi, so I just threw it in a bowl.
So I just stuffed it all in a bowl. So soy sauce is my favourite flavour because I love salt. So Malden salt on everything, even pudding. Then I like, so I love soy sauce. Limes to me, and they're a fruit, so limes to me are just sex. They're just sexy. Limes to me are the promise of a good night, of a trick pelvis, of let's go.
So what you're saying is you require a sharp citrusy juice with a dry, very, very dry mouth. That's what does it for you.
Hello.
I feel sorry for Chris.
Well, it's too late for that.
How does he
he cope? I don't know. I mean, he cries a lot.
Yeah. Now look, we've come to that time in proceedings.
Okay, I just ate more egg. Go on, what do I have to do?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to now, somewhere round here...
Have you got a puppy?
No, I haven't got a puppy. Somewhere around here, I have this for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which is our Spooning with Mark Wogan official blindfold, which many think looks like a small bra.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind popping that on.
Okay, I've got an eye infection, so you might need to not give it to the next person. But what's going to happen? You know I don't like surprises. I don't like... Oh, I'm so scared. What are you going to give me? I don't want to try a creme brulee. You will never persuade me that it's fine.
I do not. I promise you, I do not have a creme brulee for you.
Okay,
right?
let's go.
So first up, you have answered our little questionnaire.
Oh my God, what is it?
Before. And what I've got two things. Technically, this should be on a spoon, but it's quite hard to fit on a spoon.
Why? What is it?
So I'm gonna just take. We're forking with Mark now.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. So what I need you to do. This is a two-part thing. So I'm gonna feed you something. So lean forward, open wide. This is gonna go in. Okay.
Why is it so big?
And then, give me your hand. You need to drink that with it. Now, tell me what you're experiencing, what you're
That's
tasting.
why it's so big.
It's dry, at least.
What is it? What is it?
Well, what are you tasting? Describe what you're tasting. The whole point is you've got to describe it.
Oh, I ate it. I had toast,
Yeah.
but it had, I'm going to use the word mousse. It had a moussey. It was moussey. It was sort of gurgly.
Gurgly.
It said to me bubbles. It tastes good though. Is it pate? What is the thing I drank? Is that soup?
Take the blindfold off for a second now. Take the blindfold. So what you had, given your love of all things melted cheese, you had a little Welsh rarebit toast.
Oh.
With a caramelised onion soup on the side.
Did I?
Yes.
That was
you
delicious.
Love onions,
I love onions.
and you love cheese.
Okay, that was good. It was the size of the toast. I don't want to come down on you on the forking thing, but that was like a mammoth, like I just ate a loaf.
But how was the
delicious?
So we like that.
I'm
so
delighted
we've established
with it.
that even blindfolded, you still love the things that you love.
I love. Yeah, and you can't change my mind.
Okay.
Do I have to put the blindfold on again?
No, not yet. Not yet. I've got something down here for you, right? Which we're going to talk about. But we have to talk about it really secretly.
Okay.
Because Johnny, the producer, is terrified of what I've got in this bag.
Is it a spider?
No.
That's the love of my life.
Peanut butter.
The love of my life.
Manilife peanut butter. Now, Johnny, who's sitting over there, he can't even look. Look at him. He's there. He can't even look.
Has he got an allergy?
No, he hasn't got an allergy. Look, he can't even look at it. It's a complete phobia for him. Johnny, come here. Johnny, come
Why?
come on.
It's the best.
Come on. In you come, Johnny. What? Just come, crouch down here for a second. Crouch down here so everybody watching and listening can hear and see you. What is it about peanut? Look, he's trying to hide it from view.
What about, are you married?
No.
Okay, what about you fall madly in love? She looks like a supermodel. She's got a super brain. She's funny. She loves your family. She wraps herself round you at night, makes you feel safe. Then in the morning, what do you want, baby? Oh, I just want some toast and peanut butter. She has a bite and then she wants to kiss you. What are you doing?
She's going very far away from me.
I mean,
I'm not dating a girl that likes that stuff.
I mean, this does narrow Johnny's pool, which
This is why I'm still single.
Which judging is.
But why?
it's a small
Why?
pool
Do you like
already.
peanuts?
No. Nothing. The smell, the name, everything. No.
Do you like any nuts?
No.
Interesting.
Have you got a nice Jewish girl for me then?
Well, she's going to like peanut butter.
Ooh, she won't.
He can't.
I'd rather be single.
He's like you. Do you remember you went through that period where if I said spider,
Yeah, I
you
still
had
don't
to say
like it.
riddips.
Yeah.
You had to say it backwards.
to lessen its
Now,
power.
what Claudia did, she's a brave woman, and she went to London Zoo and did an aversion therapy course with spiders, and they put spiders on her so that she could come to terms, because it was a proper phobia for
It has
her.
run out though, so I need to go back.
All right, but, you'd be willing to do it again.
I would.
All right? So, Johnny, this is one of the queens of your people.
Why
Would
don't you have a little taste?
Why don't you have a little?
Silly.
Why don't you have a little taste?
I would do anything for you, but definitely not that.
Why? Just have a look at it.
No.
Go on, just Johnny, hold
It's a proper
the
phobia.
jar.
Hold the
Johnny,
jar.
Hold the jar.
I'm not holding it. We need to get on with this podcast. You've got Pilates to get.
All right,
so
go on, get up,
I'm
get
going to
up,
take this
get
with you
up.
as well.
Thank you
Go on.
so much.
Thank you, Johnny.
I'll
If
take
you
that
can
as
just
Thank you.
clear this away, that would be lovely.
Johnny, you're
Take that as
amazing.
well.
Do you want to open that up and have a spoon of it? Yeah.
No, I don't want to upset Johnny.
No, Johnny's fine.
Can you open it for me?
Yeah, there we go. We'll just get there. Are you right back there, Johnny? You got that cleared away. There we go.
Crying.
He is. He literally will probably
the fact that-
physically attack me.
I love the
after
fact
this.
that he's a producer of a food podcast that wants to cry.
Look, there we go. Look at that. You need to dip. Now, with the man life, you've got to go down a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I am partial to a bit of peanut butter.
Yeah,
I
look at
like
that.
a bit of peanut butter. I like a bit of peanut butter with
Oh my god, it's so good.
with honey, little peanut butter, just a drizzle of
Okay.
honey, and then
We have to put the lid
and
back
a
on, he's having a breakdown.
Yeah, I know. And then a dash of green Tabasco.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I like it with jam.
That's for you to take home with you.
Thank you so much.
we
We
go.
give it to Johnny.
Right. Now, moving on.
Yeah.
We must get to the next spoon.
Okay, fine. Is it blindfold time?
It is blindfold time, so if you could put
Okay,
the
could you
blindfold
just
back
make it
on.
a little... I don't want to be like pernickety, but a bit smaller.
Well, I mean, it is what it is now.
So
you
this
just
is
have
now...
to work with me.
If I know anything, this is going to be something I hate.
Well, I mean, let's see. Let's see. So, what I've got here now is a little something on a plate. Now, what I need you to do is
I'm really scared.
No, just lean into it. Enjoy it. Open wide.
Have you done small?
Yeah, it's smallish. Open wide. Bit wider. There. Oh,
What is it? I'm so scared.
for God's sake, open your mouth. Come on, play the game. There we go. Now, what are you tasting? What are you loving? What are you enjoying there?
Okay, that's plum sauce.
Yeah.
And duck? Maybe in a pancake? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I close?
Yeah.
Can I
So
take my
you
blindfold
can
off?
take your blindfold off now. So
Oh, yeah.
you said
That's good.
one of your greatest food memories was sitting with your newborn baby, having Chinese food delivered and sitting there eating
In bed.
crispy duck pancakes
Yeah.
in bed. Why was that like a sort of pregnancy type craving? What was
No,
that?
I find Chinese food it feels to me, because I was born in 1972, incredibly luxurious. Like you didn't have Chinese a lot, you would have it as a major treat. And there was one near our house in Camden and we would go to, and it was an event. I love egg fried rice. I love soy sauce. I love sweet and sour prawns, or I love lemon chicken. And duck was the crown. That was the pinnacle. But like we'd go twice a year, so it felt incredibly special. And now with my kids, you can see the high street. There are all kinds of places. You can go into, I don't know, sushi, or you can get noodles, or you can get whatever. And they're like, yeah, Mum, quite fancy. And I was like, I try and explain to them, like an old lady, I'm like, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. The food in this country is so amazing.
So you like that? That's
I
nice.
love that.
That's nice. Let me ask you a question.
Is it about the fruit thing?
No. What's the name of your rabbit?
Cheese. No!
But you see, the thing is, you
I
ate
know,
it
but-
and you enjoyed it.
I
That's the
really
whole
did.
thing.
It was super tasty, but my poor bunny rabbit. So explain. So I said to you, you said, what would you never eat? And I
It's
said,
a rabbit hoisin pancake.
it's really delicious. Oh, I'm so sorry, cheese. And I said, I don't think I could eat, because I've eaten rabbit only once before, and it was delicious in
Yeah.
France with pasta, and everyone was like, it's delicious.
Rabbit ragout. Lovely.
Oh, it was so good. And my daughter, for her 16th, all she ever wanted was a bunny. She's got a bunny. She's a house bunny. She's called Cheese, and she just lives with us. She doesn't even, she
Would
doesn't
you
have
like
a hut.
to take the other one back for her to try?
Stop it. I'm going to pretend that you didn't say that. So I said I wouldn't eat rabbit, and I just ate rabbit.
Sorry.
Naughty.
It could have been tortoise. That's the other animal.
I've got a tortoise too. Yeah. We don't
Bizarre.
have a garden, so the two animals that don't need a garden.
But you do have a garden now, because you have become a country dweller, haven't you?
We have rented somewhere in the countryside, but it's brand new, so I don't know. I've been there twice.
I mean, because you are a North London girl through and through.
I am urban. I love the tube. I'm on the Central Line 4 times a day. I like the noise. Like people go, oh, London's so smelly and noisy. I basically live on a bus lane. You know, when like at night, when you come at night, I mean, I'm in bed at 8. But even when I go and pick up the kids from school and you come back and there are weird smells emanating from basements. I love that.
Each week we're doing different people. Last week was Matt Tebbett, and this is what he said.
I'd like to know, when she gives the awards out at the Fortnum & Mason's Awards and other awards I've seen her, she always looks a bit tipsy. Is that an act or is she?
No!
Does she get drunk at awards ceremonies?
Yeah, before she gives the awards out. She's very funny and very slick and always looks like she's having a ball.
That's such a good question. I love him. No, I don't drink. But my whole shtick, if you like, is ramshackle and like, is she hammered? You know, all a bit like messy and woo!
And hiding the fact that you are a very intelligent, very worldly, very wise and incredible woman.
No, you're very sweet.
One of my best friends.
Oh, I love you, Mark. You're one of mine.
And it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on today.
I love you.
I'm sorry for feeding you rabbit, but let's face it, you loved it.
I loved it. Is there any more?
Yes. Now, that was your question from Matt.
Yeah.
Next up is Ben Miller.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
What question would you like to ask Ben?
At home, I have recently got something called a hot tap fitted, where hot water comes out, and it's amazing. It's just in your sink. It's like some magic thing. You don't wait for a kettle. I feel like Mariah Carey. If you could have a tap in your kitchen that would deliver any food, what would it be? Would it be gravy? Could it possibly be French onion soup? Or could it be, with a nice wide neck, macaroni and cheese? What I'm saying to you, the tap of food, what's it delivering?
A massive thank you to my guest today, Claudia Winkleman, who will undoubtedly continue to be on your screens forever. Next week, my guest is the actor, comedian and author, Ben Miller. Really looking forward to meeting Ben and having a chat about what he loves and what he thinks he hates. If you like a bit of social media, you can find me at Spooning with Mark Wogan across all the channels, and you'll find this podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. And if you enjoy what you've heard or seen, please leave a 5-star review, if you feel so inclined. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be lovely. And we've got our own YouTube channel as well, so you can watch this all. This podcast has been produced by Johnny Seifert, with filming by Rory Edwards and Chris Jacobs. It is a news broadcasting production.